Welcome back, Pack. This is Adbeel from WolfSteel Buildings. We're close to the Gulf, and that means severe wind. And that's what we're going to be talking about with this project, how this is built for the winds that are right for this area. We got brick wainscoting, we got black and white, which is extremely popular, nice gutter system. The inside, the truss design, I want your opinion. Do you like it? What do you think? It's beautiful, by the way. Before we get to that, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and let's get this video going. Alrighty, Pack, first things first, let's talk about the measurement. So here we have a unique measurement. We have 32 wide, we got 45 long, okay? We got 6-inch overhang all the way around, which is standard for our tubular models, and 14 foot to the eaves. But take a look at that pitch. It's spectacular. I'm a huge fan, huge sucker for high pitches. You've been watching our channel. We have an actually 30 wide with the 612 pitch, black and white, just like this one with the spectacular roof pitch. And to me, this is beautiful. I love the 612 pitch. And one thing to keep in mind when you do go into a higher pitch, there's gonna be additional fees, okay? And that's because there's additional material, there's additional custom work, and you're gonna see it in the design of the truss. And also, for building something like that, we need equipment, okay? However, this is a 32 wide, so this is greater than a 30, okay? So 30 by 40s, 30 by 50s, you can get a much better deal in the sense of pricing. Once you go into bigger 32 wides, the trussing design, the column design, all changes into what you're about to see in the inside, which is actually spectacular. It's our commercial type trussing, and so stick around because we're about to cover that. Now, as far as colors, this is the black and white. So if you're seeing the drone footage, the roofs are all black. We got the black trim all the way around, and then we got the white panel. Definitely a classic modern look. One thing to keep in mind is if you are in a neighborhood that has HOA requirements like here, definitely take a look at that before you start to build. You know, we've had a lot of clients that you actually can't build metal building. You have to build out of, you know, certain percentage of the same materials as your home. Sometimes they even require totally different framing, which has to be wood or asphalt shingles or certain type of materials that doesn't allow us to build. So why am I saying that? That way you do your due diligence and you don't spend time, you know, researching for a metal building. I know you might be excited about getting something like this. However, sometimes it's out of our control. HOA or permits just don't allow them on your property. And the more you do your due diligence, the more you save time and you can actually plan accordingly. So just keep that in mind. Here, our client, we were able to make it happen. They required brick wainscoting all the way around. So we got the brick, we installed it, and we also got the trim that is made custom for this brick. That trim is about 5 inches long and it's custom trim wainscoting. So it's almost the same price as getting a wainscot, you know, two-tone for the sheet metal. Again, because we have a panel here, we have the specific flashing trim. Again, it goes outside, then we have the brick, and then we still have panel behind it, okay? So just keep in mind that when you do brick, you also getting basically a wainscoting trim work and labor included in that price. Now, as far as the sheet metal work that we did here, we have 26 gauge panels for the whole building, okay, roof and walls. And I am going to be talking about severe winds because we're close to the Gulf of Mexico, Gulf of America, and we got high winds, okay? Most of Texas is in the 105, 110 mile an hour wind. Here in this area is almost in the 120s to 130s the closer we get to the Gulf, okay? So if you get a quote from us, when we put our zip code, it's going to say, oh, severe wind package here in this area. Once we go inside, you're gonna see why and what we did to reinforce this project. Another thing that we planned accordingly here is that we definitely did the gutters, our aluminum gutters. Really combines pretty well with the black panels that we have. Again, our aluminum gutters do not match specifically the color, but you can see here, they look amazing. Now here we did a nice little kick out. That way we worked around exactly what, you know, the brick that was gonna be installed here. And so that's something to really plan accordingly if you're gonna be doing your own brick. Make sure that if you do any gutters, that they also have the kick out. So if you are getting brick with us or you're gonna do your own brick, make sure to let us know that we need to do this type of flashing, which I highly recommend. That way all water goes outside of your brick and not behind it. Once that flashing is done, you can actually get the gutters installed, you know, afterwards or before your brick, but it's preferred after. That way you can, the straps of your gutters are, you know, we bolt it onto your brickwork. Alrighty, Pack, let's come in. Let's show you guys. Obviously, we did do our notch detail. Our clients getting their own doors. They specified the openings that they needed. So definitely we did our notch detail. That way our client can come in, set up their own doors, and they're not gonna have any water that's seeping in. Check this out, guys. Check out this truss system that we did for the 612 pitch, and then it's 32 wide. So this is a commercial truss design. This is the premium. The legs and the columns are all straight. We call them like ladder style. I know we also offer the deluxe, which is more of a 45-degree angle. So let me know in the comments, which one do you like better? Diagonal or more of a ladder type of style trussing? I'd like to hear your opinions. Now, this is a 32 wide. Anything greater than a 30, like 31, 32, 40s, 50s. What we usually do is that we actually have our spacings for at about 100, 110 mile an hour winds, about 10-foot spacings. Now, when we get here, we get shorter. Here we have about 8-foot spacing that we have, and that's part of the severe wind package. So you can see here we have the 8-foot spacing, 4 anchors on each leg. This is all galvanized framing, okay? So that's one of the beauties, especially here in Houston area. We get a lot of humidity. It's so humid, and so that can create a lot of rust or rot if you have wood, and so you want to protect it. And that's the beauty of Tubular Buildings, is that this frame is galvanized. And what that means is that the tubing is made out of steel, but then it gets dipped, kind of like chocolate. You chocolate covered strawberries, you dip it, and then you got chocolate dipped in it. That's exactly how it works for the galvanized. It's dipped into like a zinc coating, which protects from rusting. Now, this is 12 gauge framing, so this comes with a 20-year warranty on the rust of your tubes, and it's the heavier gauge that we offer for our tubular. Definitely a lot more heavier. Now, another thing to keep in mind when you do get the severe wind package is that you're also getting diagonal bracing in the corners, okay? So typically your corners are your weak points of a metal building, and that's the reason why we have these diagonals, to make sure that we have reinforcement on those corners for your metal building. And here we have double bar end walls. Again, for our Widespan structures bigger than 32, this is pretty standard. Now, if you're getting like a 30 wide or anything smaller than a 30 wide, but you're hitting 13 foot tall or bigger, we do double end walls on the end wall as well. Although this is not a load bearing column, we still reinforce it. If it's 13 foot from your eaves and higher, we go double, okay? Again, just to make sure that although it's not a load-bearing wall, you're not hearing any rattling, you're not hearing any movement on your end walls. That's important, something to really look at, because I've been in the buildings and you know, you got 13 or 14 foot tall and you only have a single leg. I could still hear a little bit of that rattling. We changed our model where we now have double as a standard for all our 13 and greater, no matter the size, okay? And check out the roof here. So our client selected the radiant barrier, okay? Radiant barrier is not an insulation, at least in my opinion. That's just my opinion. To me, it really helps with reflecting that heat energy that's hitting that roof, okay? So the best way I can explain it is kind of like when you set like this aluminum or like this R-foil type on your windshield to keep your vehicle a little bit more cooler. I know you've seen it, or maybe you own one. It's the same concept. Again, it's getting hit by the heat, and so it's just, right now you see the white backing, but on the other side it's actually like an R-foil. It's reflective and really pushing back that heat energy, okay? So just something to keep your building a lot more cooler. Hey guys, this is 32 foot wide, okay? So you're talking that our client here can fit his Class A motorhome, but if you're in Texas, you know, you gotta have a pickup truck. So that is something you can definitely fit in a 32 wide, basically like a 30 foot, but just a little bit. And then now we got 45 foot long. That's one thing to keep in mind when you're trying to fit something as big as a Class A motorhome, is definitely the length, okay? So this is 45 and we still got about 10 feet. And then also the height. If you're asking me what is that height, let me answer that, because I know many of you want to know the height of that. So, and to answer that question about the frame out, we have 10 wide and then we also have 14 foot, okay? It's 1311. That's specifically what was asked for us to do the frame out. Again, our client's gonna be installing their own doors. I am confident that they're gonna be installing really, really nice doors because of just how beautiful this building is so far. So if you're doing a, you know, an RV, a motorhome, keep in mind the height, but also if there's an air conditioner at the top, okay? Because that's typically about a foot, about 90 9 inches to 12 inches, sometimes 14 inches, just depends. But don't forget to measure that as part of your measurement when determining the height of your opening for your doors. All right, guys, let's go to the pool. Alrighty, Pack, so we're out here. Okay, so we got the main structure. Okay, this is a garage. This is more of a workshop for our clients. You can see he's got his motorhome, he's got his vehicle to park there. And then over here, our client has a pool, okay? And here we did a shade for his pool. And I'm assuming our client, based on the story, you know, and shout out to David and the dream team who sold this project, helped out our client to make this a reality. Here you can see our client's probably gonna be installing a screen to basically protect. It seems like that's what it is, because here they asked for a opening here. So I'm assuming a door might be coming in here, like a screen door. So looking forward to what our client's gonna be accomplishing here, because it's already pretty cool. And again, this building is matching with this building, okay? Here you can see they have a lot of like gravel, like certain type of gravel that for drainage, which I thought is really, really smart. That way they're getting all that water out and protecting their foundation. Again, brick all the way around, HOA requirements, come on in. This is the cool thing about metal buildings, is that you can really customize it and envision it the way you want. Here, client, certain size for the pool, certain size here, which is already the enclosed section, and here is where like they can hang out. They got their pool stuff, like kind of just to change and have some of their toys, but then they got a dividing wall in the back where they actually access, and that's where they have their pool pump to protect over there, and more like storage. So that way, whoever's hanging out here does not have access to the back part, which is just more of a storage, something to just put all your stuff. As you know, we all have that. We all have a lot of stuff and a lot of crap that we want to just put away and protect. Alrighty, Pack, I hope you enjoyed this video with this beautiful building. In my opinion, black and white, stays modern, it always stays classy, and I love it. And I hope you learned a little bit more on severe wind packages, okay? Depending where you are, your building has to be reinforced based on those wind loads, okay? So that's extremely important. So if you ever see that severe wind package on our side, that's what we're doing. We're shortening the spacings, we're reinforcing your building in certain areas, all depending on your project and what you're trying to accomplish. We work around that. So keep in mind for severe wind packages, because here in Houston, get some strong winds. So we're gonna give away another, let's do a shirt this time, and it is going to be, I want the name of the team who sold this project, and for the first 4 days after the posting of this video, you're gonna be entered into a raffle, and the winner will be announced. And congratulations to all the winners that have been getting these hats, shirts. We're still gonna give them away. Again, anywhere in the US that we can ship, you definitely qualify. Pack, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Don't forget to follow us on all our social media, which is our Facebook, our TikTok, and Instagram. We'll see you guys in the next video.